happy Vlogmas Day 6. I made my coffee in my cute little Pottery Barn glasses this morning. Absolutely love it. I have a pretty chill day today in comparison to yesterday. I didn't wake up till 8:15 today, which was lovely because if you did watch yesterday's vlog, you'll see it was a long day. But today I just have practice at 11 and that's all I have today because my class that I normally have Tuesday nights is canceled. So I am going to solid core tonight, which I'm excited for. We'll get some sweet green for dinner. It's gonna be a good day. But like I said, I'm about to leave for practice. I need to eat something before though. I think I'm gonna have a few spoonfuls of cottage cheese because I've discovered I like cottage cheese and it has a lot of protein in, so that's lovely. I might actually go to the store later too and just to get some more cottage cheese because I got it for the bake that I made yesterday, which I'm gonna have for lunch, but I had to use most of the cottage cheese in that, so I don't have a bunch just to eat. And now that I know I like it, might as well go get some. But coffee all of a sudden, I'm seriously obsessed. These little Pottery Barn cups are so cute, but I gotta go to practice, so I'll talk to you when I'm back. Okay friends, it is 1:45. I just got back because basically what happened was, if you watched yesterday's vlog, I made a whole bake to have for lunch over the next few days, or dinners, and I was gonna heat that up for lunch, but the power in like this whole town went out, so I wasn't gonna be able to heat it up. So I went with one of the seniors to Salsa Fresca and got lunch and brought it back, and I'm gonna eat that now. And then the only other thing I have today is my solid core class at 6:30, and I'm gonna run into Sweet Green while I'm there because it's right next door and it'll be yummy and fresh. But my bake will last for several days, luckily, which is why I made it, but just kind of annoying. So we're gonna eat this. It's a little all smushed and a little crazy. I got Mexican rice, lettuce, pico, cheese, ground beef, and some ranch. And I got a little cherry Coke, and then it comes with salsa and chips. So I'm gonna eat this and have a shower, and then I will regroup with you after. Okay everyone, it is 3:48 and I'm only just making my matcha, and I know that's quite late to have like caffeine, but I do have a workout class at 6:30 and I have quite a bit of editing to get done before then, so it's gonna be okay. I'm tired today. Okay, matcha day 6. Let's see what we have. I quite like something sweet, I think, but let's see what's in store. What a win. Vanilla matcha. And I think you saw this morning, I don't know if we talked about it, but that Colbani vanilla creamer my mom got at home just like randomly for me when I came home for break, and it's actually like my new favorite creamer. I know it's just vanilla, like very simple, but it's amazing, and we can add some to this, so let's go make it. Here's matcha day 6 and our cute little candy cane things. I went ahead and added the vanilla creamer because it is vanilla after all. I know it's gonna be good, so cheers. It's phenomenal. I am like noting all the ones that I really like because after Vlogmas I'm gonna buy like the full containers of certain flavors because I love making matcha. So here we go. Guys, it snowed a little bit, but I gotta go before I'm late. Hello everyone, it is now 7:27. I just finished my solid core class and I went to Sweet Green and got a kale Caesar to take home with chicken. But basically what happened is it started snowing, and is this foggy? No, I think it's just the background. It started snowing and I was so like happy it was snowing. I was looking out the window, blah blah blah, that I left like 5 minutes later than I meant to, and I still got here on time, but I got stuck in some traffic too and it just stressed me out. I was here like 2 minutes before the class actually started, and it's not like the lift gym where everyone gets there super early. Like you're not allowed in until like 10 minutes before anyway, but I like to be really early to places, so I was stressed, so I just didn't vlog. But it was a great workout. Got my Sweet Green. I also got, they have these like kombuchas in cans, so I got one because I thought maybe I'd want it, I don't know. But we're gonna head home and eat it, and yes, but let's go. Okie dokie, I just made it home. You can't see most of it now because it got all mixed up, but it's a kale Caesar salad with chicken. So I'm gonna eat this. Very excited, and then I'm gonna hop in the shower because I look disgusting. Okay, everybody, it is 9:26. I just showered and I blow dried my hair, which is just lovely. I'm a little scared about how short this vlog might be because I don't really know what I vlogged today. So we're gonna look real quick. Okay. It is now 10 p.m. I edited this vlog all the way through and it is very short. So I've decided I'm going to have a nice little chat with you guys and answer some questions that I asked like a long time ago for you guys to ask me questions, and I'm just gonna answer some that I didn't go over them because I want to give you some entertaining content. So, okay, not really juicy, but did you bring your horses to college? No, I did not. They're all still in Atlanta, and I plan to keep it that way. What has been the hardest part about being an equestrian? I think the hardest part about being an equestrian, outside of like the riding aspect, because I feel like I've given like answers about this, like, oh, the hardest part for me, my riding or my, you know, thing I have to work on the most. But I feel like the hardest part about being an equestrian, at least for me, is that there's two parts to this. One is dealing with people in the world who are just not that nice, unfortunately, and it just kind of comes with the sport. There's just a lot of toxic things that go on, and it just is what it is. The second part to that I found quite hard is being an equestrian influencer. I unfortunately do kind of get tagged into a stereotype that I understand completely why there's a stereotype, and I have witnessed it firsthand myself, but it's just, you know, can be hard when I just by default get assumed that I'm like that from people on the internet who know nothing about me, and that is hard just in general, I would say, but just being an equestrian, but also being an influencer, without making it complicated, because now I'm kind of talking about being an influencer, but I think both being an equestrian, being an influencer, the thing I find hardest about it is that there is just a lot of toxic things, I feel like, and a lot of negativity, whereas if we were all just a little kinder to each other and built each other up a little more, I think it would be so much more fun. So I think that's the hardest thing about being an equestrian. What are your equestrian icks and unpopular opinions? One of my unpopular opinions is, like, it's very common for people in the equestrian world to have their trainers and stuff hack their horses the morning of a show, like early in the morning in the ring they're showing in. I always hack my own horses just because I feel like as a rider, I don't know how you can know what to expect or how to prepare your horse for the show that day if you haven't ridden it yourself and you're expecting someone else to ride it and be like, oh, it needs to be quieter, or no, it's too quiet, we need to like let him chill and not lunge him today, and like know what you would want if you haven't actually ridden them. That's one thing. Second thing is when people just don't know anything like about horses, about to tack them up or whatever, which I get a lot of hate for because I do go to a full service barn where primarily my horses are tacked up, but that's because I'm riding so many horses back to back. It just would not be doable, especially at shows when I'm lessoning every hour on different horses. However, I just want to preface, I went to a non-full service barn for 10 years and had 3 horses there. I would tack each and every one of them up myself, but the problem would be is that I would not be able to do the back-to-back lessons, so I would have to like lesson every other hour, or I'd have to have my mom help me do it. I did everything for a long time, standing wraps, polo wraps, like packing feet, all that sorts of stuff. I also have a barn at home where we take fully care of those horses, and so it is hard, again, like I was saying a second ago, when people assume things about you because they assume that I don't know how to do any of those things, even though it's absolutely not the case. And I love tacking up my own horses. I tack up my horses at school to ride. I don't have that done for me, but like at shows and stuff, or when I am lessoning back to back, certain days it's just not possible for me to do all of the horses. It just isn't. Who has been your biggest role model in the equestrian industry? Definitely my trainer, Michael. Not only as a rider, he's a beautiful rider. He's had so many accomplishments, and in that aspect, he's definitely a big inspiration to me, but also just in the way that he's really shown me that if I want to be in this world and be taken seriously, I have to be willing to stand up for myself, which is not necessarily something I'm good at, and I look up to him a lot in that regard. Have you ever had any bad experiences with trainers, barns, and horse friends? Unfortunately, yes. It was many, many years ago, and I'm so far past it that I'm not affected by it at all. And I'm not really going to go into detail just because, like I just said, the last thing I want to do or want anyone else to do is spread negativity, and I'm not going to bring someone else down just because I had a bad experience with them. But a long time ago I did, and I just wanted to say that because I know a lot of people do, and it can be a very like lonely experience because you feel like you're isolated or that no one likes you, and it's like hard to start over at a new barn. But I have been there, so if you're going through that, just trust me, it does get better. Do you want to go pro? Why or why not? I have always had mixed feelings about this because I always wanted to be a pro, and then I was like, no, absolutely not. Then I was like, okay, maybe. And I think I'm at the place in my life where I can confidently say, no, I'm never gonna go professional. I think my place in the horse world is, if it were to be my full-time job, would be being a content creator for equestrian stuff, while also buying green horses, riding them in the amateurs, and having my trainer train them and then selling them. I think that would be like my dream job, would be to be a YouTuber and sell horses on the side. But I do not see myself ever becoming a professional just because it's a very fast-paced lifestyle, and that's not really what I want. I would love to settle down one day, and I just think it's something I enjoy as a hobby, but if it was my job, I might not. How many boyfriends have you had? I feel like you can pull anyone. We're gonna end on that question because that is the nicest thing ever. I've had 2 boyfriends. Well, technically 3. I technically had one in middle school, but it was like not a real relationship, so we're not gonna count it. I had 1 boyfriend in high school, and then my boyfriend now. So that is all, but thank you all for watching today's vlog. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe down below, and also if you're like looking for Christmas gifts or anything like that, or want some ideas, I do have an Amazon storefront now because I've had a lot of questions about different skincare things I use, equestrian things I use, things in my apartment, so I've linked some of them down below. If you want me to link anything else, just let me know in the comments and I will add it. So I love you all so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.